You know how it is. You fall down an internet rabbit hole, and suddenly you're watching someone spend hours, turning a grimy old fish tank into this incredible custom built paradise for a pet. It's a whole world out there, part DIY show, part high stakes nature doc. So, what is the secret formula? What makes these videos so ridiculously watchable? Well, let's break it down. It really all comes down to this one question, and we see it play out perfectly in a video by the creator Tara Green. How in the world does a $5 animal, found in some pretty nasty conditions, become the star of a video with millions upon millions of views? Turns out, there's a really powerful formula at work here, and we're going to deconstruct it piece by piece. So, first things first, it all starts with the animal. You can't just have a cool setup. The pet itself has to have a story that immediately grabs you. And that story usually follows one of two paths. On one hand, you've got the neglected. Think of this little axolotl rescued from what the creator literally calls sewage water. It's your classic underdog story, and we're instantly rooting for it. Then, you've got the notorious. Animals like piranhas. You know, the ones with a built-in reputation for being dangerous. That taps right into our fascination with the wild and the untamed. And this one quote, it just says it all, right? The creator sees a problem, an absolute disgrace, and boom, presents an instant solution. Let me go save this axolotl. In that one moment, the mission is clear, the stakes are set. We're not just watching some person buy a pet, we're witnessing the start of a rescue mission. All right, so the animal is secured. Now comes the main event, the part we're all really here for. This isn't just about cleaning out a tank, oh no. This is the ultimate animal makeover, where raw creativity and just a ton of hard work steal the show. The process is almost like a ritual, and it is so satisfying to watch. You start with a clean slate, just demolishing all the old, ugly stuff. Then you build the foundation, laying down this natural, earthy base. After that, we get to see these amazing, one-of-a-kind custom builds. And it all gets topped off with landscaping and tech. It's like watching someone build a whole new world from scratch. And here's the secret sauce, the part that makes it feel so special. Using totally everyday items to get these extraordinary results. A laundry basket gets turned into a rock cave. A simple brick is painstakingly chiseled into a home for ants. A blowtorch creates this cool, charred forest look. Seeing all the hot glue and spray foam and the trips to Walmart and Home Depot, it makes the whole thing feel kind of achievable. Like, hey, maybe I could do that, if I just had the vision. But don't let the household items fool you for a second. These makeovers are a serious investment. In that axolotl video, the creator drops $125, just on the aquatic plants. That number tells you something, right? It signals that this isn't just a casual hobby. It's a full-blown production dedicated to giving this animal the absolute best life possible. So after all that building, all that time and money, what's the payoff? I mean, why did we just sit through a 20-minute construction montage? Well, it's for the grand reveal, where we finally get to see how the animal reacts to its new world, and just as important, how the creator interacts with it. And you know, sometimes the payoff is something no one could have ever seen coming. After giving that little rescued axolotl a perfect new home, the creator discovers it has a rare gene for bioluminescence. Under a UV light, it glows. That $5 rescue turned out to be this incredible hidden treasure, a secret that was only revealed because it was finally cared for properly. Wow. Now, for the notorious animals, the payoff is totally different. We want to see those natural instincts come alive. In their tiny old tank, the piranhas were, well, boring. But in their new custom-built Amazon riverbed, they completely transform. They couldn't care less about mealworms, but they swarm a piece of beef like, in the creator's own words, a pack of hyenas. We finally get the thrilling, wild behavior we were promised. The payoff also brings in a huge element of personal risk. Here, the creator is getting ready to handle an insect called the cow killer, because its sting is just that painful. He even name drops Coyote Peterson, you know, the viral stuntman, which immediately tells us the danger here is very, very real. His hesitation when he says, "I just don't want to do that," it makes the tension feel authentic. Which, of course, brings us to the most obvious question, right? Why? Why would anyone put their hand in a piranha tank or let one of the world's most painful insects crawl on their arm? Well, the answer is pretty simple. It's the ultimate thrill factor, and it is a critical part of this whole formula. Okay, so let's put all the pieces together. We've seen the premise, we've gone through the process, and we've seen the payoff. What is the deep psychological pull that keeps us glued to our screens for this stuff? This is the real takeaway. When you really break it down, this viral formula delivers four key emotional rewards. The rescue story gives us a hit of empathy and hope. The DIY makeover inspires our creativity and gives us that satisfying feeling of a job well done. Seeing the exotic animal behavior taps into our deep sense of wonder and discovery. And finally, that element of personal risk gives us a safe, vicarious thrill. It's a perfect narrative loop that hits all the right notes and keeps us coming back for more. And all of this leaves us with one final big question to chew on. As these habitats get more and more elaborate and the personal risks get more extreme, you have to ask yourself, are we watching the future of pet ownership, where every animal gets its own perfect custom-built world? Or are these pets just becoming the stars of a new, high-stakes kind of reality show? It's definitely something to think about.